Ooh, we're ready to fall apart at any moment.
That's true.
Mhm.
Welcome to Emotional Labor. This is the show where we do the discourse so you don't have to. I'm joined today by Thea, period. Here's how. Welcome to the show.
Here's how to do an interview. Here's how to get
Well,
on.
you once said the next person that says I sound like Blade is getting kicked in the nuts.
Yes.
Why do you hate Swedish people?
I love Swedish people. I actually love Swedish people probably too much. It just gets me sometimes because I have this one friend, Maldi/Rin. She's a big Blade fan. Every time I bring this up, she's like, it's because you do. And I'm like, no, I don't. And every time she's like, you're just salty because it's true. Dug under my skin for years. I used to be very, very, very into Blade. Like, not like obsessive, but like very like I was on top of everything, like constantly checking for new stuff. As I feel like my music has gotten further away from sounding like Blade, the fact that I still have this brought up is like I can't escape this. It's a bit ironic, I would say, because I feel like a big part of marketing your music is knowing who you kind of sound like, so you can pitch your stuff to an audience that's already going to be accepting. So I know Blade fans are going to be more likely to like my music than like some other artists. I market pretty hard towards Blade fans, but because of that I naturally get the comparison a lot. I'm what's the word? Salty about it. I kind of am digging my own grave here.
Poison chalice. Out the top of your neck.
Exactly. I'm doing this to myself. Masochistic instinct inside of me. Yes.
It's some Swedish BDSM shit.
SBDSM.
What do you think is going on with white bisexuals?
With white bisexuals. A lot of things. I think a lot of things are going on with them. And I'm here to support them. That's all I can say. I hope they can figure out what's going on.
Only the white ones. That's
well, no. I'm just saying, like, I would say, I guess, all bisexual. I'm not trying to get like canceled, but like, you know, like the white guilt, like leftist thing of like sort of like people who are like liberal white people being like, this burden of being a white, like I feel like white bisexuals have that a lot because it's like they're at the top of the like, okay, they're dealing with shit, but they're still like pretty high up on the ladder of like having a lot of privilege and stuff. So they're like very much in their own weird like self-imprisoned hell of like, I'm so tortured because I'm like bisexual, but I also have all this privilege still. I don't know. I hope they can figure that out. Take their power and privilege and like use it to make the world a better place, you know?
I want to get more of an outline of your ladder. I want like a specific list of like 17 different rungs. So you can send that to me afterwards.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, not on. You might want to give me like a day to like get that back to you because like I feel like this is very shaky. Like I don't want to like misstep here and like accidentally miscategorize because then it's like over. Like I'm getting.
Oh yeah, we'll send a mob with pitchforks.
I appreciate that. It's deserved probably.
We've gotta hold each other accountable. So you know Echo 2K?
Yeah, of course.
I've heard you're Echo 2 gay.
Yes. Sources. This is true. This is true. I've seen Echo 2K in the flesh, and I was like, I am Echo 2K. This is, yes. It's been confirmed.
Gay 4 Echo 2K.
Wait, Echo 4K?
Echo 2K in 4K. Whoa.
Echo 4K. Holy shit. This is new levels that I hadn't even thought of before.
Would you rather be in a room with a boomer that thinks that Autotune is a sin against the Christian God, or a Zoomer who exclusively listens to video game soundtracks?
The boomer who hates Autotune. I'm so like pro Autotune. My like pillars of my existence is like loving Autotune. And I've gotten like into arguments with people because I realize some people just don't think that way. And that's okay to not think that way. Some people just hate Autotune. I'm like, it's amazing. It's just perfect harmony. Like, why would I not want to hear
it's great.
Like, it's amazing. Exactly. So I think it's like very easy for me to just like shut down that perspective. If someone's like, yeah, Autotune is evil, I'm like, cool, I just don't.
It's just a form of production.
I'm a bit more conflicted because I feel like it might be harder to Zoomer who only listens to video game music, because I also am a fan of a lot of video game music and video game soundtracks, but also there's a certain breed I feel like of people who just listen to video game music who scare me a lot because they're like, this is the peak. They have hatred towards every other genre. I can't get behind that. I like me some video game music. It's a part of the pie.
You found Boards of Canada through Salad Fingers.
Yes, I did find Boards of Canada through Salad Fingers.
What other obscure media have you found bangers through?
Oh my gosh. I would say I have like a fairly isolated life besides like my online presence. Like I live like like in Vermont, which is like for non-Americans, like the middle of nowhere. Look out the window and I see the woods. So like I'm not having a lot of organic in-person exposure to things. So a lot of stuff has come about in my musical journey through just digging through like a thing I like and then realizing it's related to this other random thing. I got into electronic music through Daft Punk, Tron Legacy, and it blew me away so much that I got into a whole new genre and decided I wanted to produce dubstep, and then was a dubstep producer for like 4 years. But I also found out that apparently that's actually like a weirdly shared experience. Recently I really got into like J-pop from like the 2000s. I actually went on a bit of a rant.
Perfume and that. What's the producer guy?
Yasutaka Nakata. My mind absolutely fucked. I didn't know that Perfume was produced by him.
Capsule as well, right? Like,
yeah. What? This is like The Matrix. I went on like a week-long binge of just looking through like YouTube videos about his production process, looking through his Wikipedia and finding every single song he's ever produced. So I have like a master Yasutaka Nakata Spotify playlist that's like 150 tracks long of all my favorites. I wish he still made music like he did 10 years ago. Because now he kind of makes future bass. And it's a little sad because I'm like, this is bringing me back to 2016, but not in a good way.
Well, you really dragged at that.
Listen, this guy has made so much amazing music, and then he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna make future bass. I feel like we did that.
You're not wrong.
Like,
you just
10 years ago, we were there. We did that, but like now, 20 years ago, you make some music that sounds like it's from the future. Then you start making music from the past. It's like he also started making synthwave, which also in my mind is very similar. It's okay. These are just my opinions. Anyone involved in this production is not endorsing this. This is just my personal opinions against.
Oh no, I categorically agree. I endorse whatever you say. I endorse it.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, I'll sign whatever. Send me legal.
Excellent.
I like signing things. Like I said, I'm illiterate, so
it gives me this like anachronistic power. It's like, whoa, this feels very official. We've lost that with the digital age. I feel like the ability to like sign things, like doing a digital signature. It's not the same.
I don't even know what that means. What's the best thing about white American culture?
Probably nothing, honestly. I mean, like, what has white American culture done? I was gonna say, like, I feel like everything that I like has come because of, like, black culture in America. Like, I was gonna, like, jokingly say, like, cloud rap and, like, Sweden, like, Blade and shit, but that fucking came from black culture, because they were, like, listening to Lil B and Chief Keef and shit, and that inspired them to make the stuff they make. So, like, I don't know, pretty much nothing. And I think that's my opinion. Can't think of it.
That's a great answer. However, it's incorrect. The right answer is those, like, jars of hot dogs that you can buy.
I feel like you die if you eat those. I've never seen anyone eat.
You want to drink the soup, that's what you want to do.
Have you done this?
Yeah, I do this regularly. So I go out, I buy the brine, right? I throw the hot dogs out.
Yeah.
I just drink the brine. This is really good.
I don't believe you. Okay, maybe.
This is British.
I'm not saying that. Okay, it's valid for you.
I mean, American culture.
I'm saying I don't think I would enjoy that very much, but I guess I respect it. I know, I respect it. I guess I respect it. I was not involved in the hot dog jars. I know people who do that with like pickles. Like they'll buy like a jar of pickles and just eat the pickles by themselves, and that's a little so-so to me.
That's freaky. That's serial killer shit.
It's just like you're supposed to put a pickle like on a sandwich or like a burger or something.
It needs to be contextualized. I think it's too
exactly. It's too it's by itself. Like, what are you doing? I don't know.
Yeah. However, drinking brine like you're doing is great.
When you take the pickles out and you just that's a whole different story. Not even in the same ballpark.
You're a Cancer, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Not like on the music industry, just
oh, thank you. I try not to be.
Astrologically.
Yes,
sorry.
Astrologically, I am a Cancer.
You're born July 5th.
That is true. July 5th.
You went to the University of Hertfordshire.
I went to the University of Hertfordshire. If
and
you want
your
to track down
my
mother's maiden name is Exfer Records.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down.
Child of Serum.
In a way, we're all child of Serum.
I feel like you could interpret that in so many ways. I don't even want a clarification.
日本語話せる?
Oh no.
ちょっとだけ.
No, I'm not.
拍手なので、確かに.
No, I'm not. I have been studying Japanese on Duolingo for 226 days. You can see my streak.
すごい。ちょっと話練習しましょうね。
Shoto means I don't like. I am not fluent in Japanese.
I actually like a little.
Okay, I actually just was in Japan for like a week and a bit ago, and it was amazing. Did not try to speak a lick of Japanese because I did not want to embarrass myself. I didn't want to be like one of those videos. The only way to
get better is to speak it.
But like, I'm gonna try to take classes. I just don't embarrass myself. I have those videos burned in my head of like, white man shocks Chinese restaurant owner by speaking perfect Mandarin. Like, I'm like, I never.
You know what? The guy who posts those videos is actually really nice.
I believe that.
title is the craziest fucking shit ever. He's like, I went to the jungle and they understood me? Question mark.
It's like, I spoke to a clam in perfect fluent clam language. I'm like, sure, okay.
I spoke fluent VST.
I spoke Python to a computer and it spoke right.
Tatsuki Fujimoto, author of Chainsaw Man, once ate his pet fish.
Reading something is really hard for me, but Chainsaw Man was like the thing where I was like, okay, it's worth it. I'm gonna do it. And holy cow, if he had to eat a fish to make that, then maybe that fish needed to die.
I haven't read manga or like a comic or a book, honestly, in years. I'm becoming illiterate and I'm very happy that way. I saw some panels on Twitter and I was like, okay, I'll see what it's like. And then I read the entire thing, the part 1 in one sitting.
Oh my gosh.
Nothing's ever grabbed me like that. Yeah.
It's a magical feeling, but also sucks when you don't have that same connection. Like I did that too. I was trying to read like Demon Slayer because I like I caught up to where the like anime like ended. I was like, oh, I'm gonna finish it, and it just was like it was good, but it wasn't like the same.
Demon Slayer is misogynistic as hell. Like it's so bad. Obviously they're all fucked up and abusive and groomers.
Yeah. The least they could do in Demon Slayer is make them groomers to fight back.
Do you fuck with Makima like that?
No,
you
I don't think I.
Be honest.
No, she's like too scary. I had heard so much about Chainsaw Man before I started reading. Like I knew that she is like the bad character. Idea in my head already, or like this narrative already being pushed. I was like, yes, it's not looking good. She's a very cool character. I fuck with her on the level of she's a cool character. That's where I'm gonna leave it.
Have you ever engaged in cannibalism of some sort?
I guess it has to be human cannibalism, or it's not cannibalism, right?
Right.
That's like part of the question.
For that word, however you like.
Eating one's own species. Probably like not, unless it was like joking, like, oh, eating a clipping of like a toenail or something. Less gross than. You could have like $1 million if you ate like a tiny piece of like human flesh that was like in a cookie or something. Like I could maybe do that.
Okay, well, it's good you say that because I've got one right here.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna live stream it. My dad ate my mum's placenta.
I don't know any of the background because I'm sure it's like a thing for a reason, right? Like it's not just like
be good for the mum. There was no reason for him to eat it.
Okay, he
like,
didn't do it.
Like
he didn't do it because he was like, oh, there's like,
thing.
okay,
no, yeah.
Interesting. Well, I mean, I guess I have a completely neutral stance on that because I don't know either way. What matters the most is like how your mom feels about it. So she should probably get the like #1 say. Was she like cool with it or?
She was like neutral.
Neutral. See, that's not like cutting it in my mind. I feel like that's something you gotta be like enthusiastically for. Or
no, she was like, this is weird, but I don't care, I guess.
As long as it didn't cause any problems, I guess that's fine. Like if I was like, oh, I mean, I would never do that. But like if I was in that situation, someone was like, yeah, I guess. Like I'd be like, I feel like I need you to really be on board with this.
So you do music full time?
Yes, I'm a full-time musician, for better or for worse.
Can you split up your sources of income for me? Just go into extreme detail, like potentially to the point where it could endanger you financially.
Absolutely. Shout out to Patreon. Been my bread and butter. Screw social media. Social media is great, but like TikTok, YouTube, it's nothing. They don't pay crap, especially short form content. I'm a very lucky position where I can like do this full time and like I have my Patreon people. Shout out to all of them. I love you. I owe you my life. If you all left, I would literally die. It's in a contract in the bottom of the Patreon. It's pretty crazy. It's like a blood thing I did.
It's a death cult.
Death cult. Oh yeah. I thought you said the death toll. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. Also, it happens too if I stop posting on there. If there's a week and there's no new content, I also will die. I have like a bomb implanted in my armpit. It hasn't happened yet. It's been a couple years.
If you do this, does it go off? Like
no, I don't. It's like a little further in like mid-pec. Screw capitalism. Screw all that shit. Exploitive tech companies and shit. Like fuck them. Shout out TikTok and YouTube. Shout out people who support me on there. Those companies, they suck. And I don't want TikTok to get banned. Also, that would be really sad if that happened. I feel very lucky, but it's not a good landscape, I would say.
We will survive. We will persevere. They've tried to ban TikTok a million times.
Or they'll be just another TikTok. They'll be they'll be like Toktik. Toktik will start. And then or Reels is just gonna get really big apparently. That's what everyone's saying, which is gonna be great. So much good quality content on there.
Sure. Yeah, I really want to watch like mixed race toddler influencers.
Imagine though your parents doing that and you just like are a millionaire and you're like 5 years old. Like you would like never have to work in your life. But then again, like are you gonna lose
specifically a mixed race influencer and everyone's like, wow, this is crazy. Wild.
Is that really like a wild thing to people?
I guess in the social media landscape.
People on the internet are so stupid. Just people in the world are stupid. There is a lot of novelty, I guess. Wait, there's babies You're telling me that this little
This
person
baby?
was made by two big people? What the heck? And he's on Instagram Reels? Wow, shout out to that baby, though.
Thea, thank you so much for your emotional labor. Is there anything
Oh
you'd
my
like to
gosh,
ask me?
of course. How are you so cool? How do you get to be so cool? And such a good interviewer.
A lot of medication and bovine hormones just to
Yeah.
keep myself awake, really, and like upright.
Maybe I should start.
Yeah, you should.
If you're not on at least like 2 or 3 medications, what are you doing? You're living your life like unfiltered. Like, what is the point?
Oh my god, on default mode.
We have so many fun mods now to change your human experience.
Is there anything you'd like to plug other than drugs?
I suppose so. I just dropped a music video for my song Judgment Day on my YouTube. It's fun. We went to
It's sick.
Japan. My partner filmed it. I edited it. It was a good time. We went to a
There's
deer
deer.
park.
Yeah.
Yes, there was deer there. I got to pet deer, and I had like childlike wonder come back for the first time in like 10 years for just like 15 minutes. And then the deer bit me, and I was like, ow, I didn't think they could do that. But it was a good time. Everyone stay cool. Everyone be happy. Be nice to people, and keep on making music.
Amazing. Emotional labor.
Yeah.
Emotional labor.
Yeah.
Emotional labor.
Emotional labor.
Don't bother me again, HTML.
First off, get off my dick, it's not your strength, well, get fucked.